this. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Perfect. Well, we have a slightly new setup here. Um, got the screen set up slightly differently so that we can actually see what's going on. Oh, I need to change the window size slightly and then restart it just because it was cutting off the bottom of the screen for me there. That. Then we should be able to go here, unlock that. And this one. Move that just like that, I think. This one extend a bit. Okay, I think we got it. Can go up a little bit. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, cool. So yeah, I have the ability to switch screens now so we can keep kind of the main stuff that we're doing on this bigger screen, which I think works a little bit better. All right. So let's see where we left off here. So we're at All Trades Abbey. We got a couple of the new classes last time. We leveled up a couple of our party members. So yeah, everyone is leveled up in 2 classes now to about level 15 or level 16. So that's good. I think I put everyone back on their original vocations. Last, very, very last thing we did, I believe, was get upgraded items for some of our guys. So we're pretty kitted out. Probably going to be a little strong for the next area. We got the Fig from All Trades Abbey pretty early on last time, so let's go ahead and go down and see where the next one is going to be. Currently, we don't have a way off of this island here, so it's probably going to be somewhere around here, or we need to find a way off this island in any case. So we'll head down to that southern part of the map next. Another thing is, let's just make sure we don't have any outstanding quests that we need to worry about. Yeah, the only one we have here is Cry Wolf. Brusquely at All Trades Abbey has sent you a challenge to return the ultimate secret of martial arts. Make 5 scare wolves quail with terrifying war cry before dealing the final blow. You managed 0 so far. So we don't know where the scare wolves are, but as soon as we see one, I believe 2 of our party members know war cry, so we'll be able to take care of that quest. But yeah, let's go ahead and go down to the south part of the map. Ooh. Got a beast to fight here. So yeah, we're going to be pretty strong for enemies in this area here. I think we're probably going to end up killing them in this first turn of combat. And as with previous episodes, if we get into a fight with enemies that we've seen before, not going to be too much of a struggle. We're just going to speed it up so we're not spending a lot of time looking at the exact same stuff. There's already enough of that with metal slime hunting and stuff like that. I believe we've already got around this area to check out what's going on with like alchemy ingredients and things like that, so we've already found most of that stuff. So we found a gate to a new area here. Alright. Well, more travelers. Welcome to Port Laughing. Youngins, hurry up down the beach now. You'll be in for a treat. Will do. A lot of people over at the beach here. What's going on, you say? Well, Jonah Jones over by there is about to start praying, so that, well, just you watch, boyo. Don't call me boyo. Oh, there's smashing. Why don't you pray to love? I'm sure you'll be blessed with Leviathan's protection as well. I don't even want to think about how much we used to struggle by here before chronic it was. But it's come good now. Happy as Larry we are. I barely understood a word that guy said. Go on, Jonah. You'll ask him for a bumper catch this time, Dab. All right. We're ever so grateful to Leviathan. He's really given us a boost, like. And Jonah, poor Dab. Well, she just lost her father, didn't she? She's doing a smashing job, considering. All right. Well, we've talked to all the 2D people, so let's see what the 3D people have to say. You're travelers, are you? Would you mind giving us a bit of space by here? It's a young girl gazing up to sea, deep in prayer. She doesn't seem to notice Cal. What are you playing at? Stay out of Jonah's way. You'll be in trouble beyond if you aggravate the Great One. Let's get out of the way. Oh, she's starting. She's starting. Mighty Leviathan, rise up from depths and bless us with your presence. Lend us your power and shower the gifts of the oceans upon we, the humble folk of poor Flappin. Ooh, what's this all about? Sounds juicy. Look, over by there, it's Leviathan. Hey. Splashed. Woohoo, praise be, fish buckets and buckets of fish. There's lovely. I mean, there's like enough fish for one per person. I guess that's good though. God, flapping soaked. Why not give these newcomers a word of warning before it starts raining sprats and cods, So what was that humongous, great big thing anyway? And what's it doing being bossed around by a little girl? That's a great question. All right, well, let's talk to her. Oh, you're a traveler. Can I trouble you to come by my house this evening, could I? It's a tiny little place east of the dock. I'm sure you'll find it. There's something I'd like to ask you. All right, well, we'll go down there later today, but obviously it's still daytime, so not going to be able to do it just yet. Right. So the earthquake obviously is reaching all throughout this island and causing some issues. Seems like this earthquake had kind of the same effect as the one by All Trades Abbey, where right after it happens, things started getting weird. All right. We'll continue. It's a nice looking church on the inside, though. Let's see. Joe's father Dylan was out fishing when it hit, got swallowed up by the sea just like that boat and all. Well, there was only her and her dad in the house, wasn't there? So the poor dad was living all on her own now. Leviathan must be feeling sorry for her. I suppose that's why he turned up all of a sudden, like. Interesting. So Leviathan wasn't really coming around until the earthquake. Everyone's chalking it up to Jonah's dad getting lost in the storm. See if he's got anything new to say. Not really. Not too much. We got some new armor and equipment here. Have you ever had that feeling when a cracking idea hits you like light's gone on above your head? If you have, there's marvelous that inspiration is. Tidy. Alright, let's see what we got here. I think at this point, kind of the most important things we need are pants. We haven't upgraded our pants in a little while. Well, I guess it doesn't change things too much. Yeah, it looks like shoes are a bigger upgrade for us if we use these. Iron boots, just because everything right now gives us evasion. So I don't know, maybe evasion is kind of a better stat to have for the moment. No. Maybe we won't worry about it for now. Like I said, we're already pretty strong, so probably don't want to push it too much and make the game too easy. Won't even look in the item shop. There's usually not much there that you need too much. See what's going on in this house. Looks like an important place. I'll be at North Athens warden. 10 years I've been doing this job now. Well, okay. Ah, treasure chest is locked. What a tease. So it's in these bookshelves. Ooh, we got some headbands and bandana recipes. So some of the things we already have equipped, we could make more of. Some tortoise shell stuff, which I think we've picked up a couple tortoise shell items as well. Alright, and then no one else to talk to over here. Well, I suppose, we can talk to the cat. Yeah, purr. Really the only thing left to do is to go to the east of the village at night. So let's go to the inn and stay a while. Alright, we are going to rest until evening. Thanks, Tyler. Sorry, I didn't have the chat pulled up. It's been a while since you said that. But yeah, it's nice to just be able to switch. It's a little awkward because the intention was, I don't know if it still works on here, the bottom screen is where you would walk around, because on the DS you could use the stylus to walk around like this. So that's why they wanted to put the movement on the bottom screen, but then the battle they wanted on the higher quality screen, which is the top screen. So it's kind of a strange idea that they were like, oh, we'll just switch whatever the more important screen is. So they give you a little way to do it in the emulator where you just switch between the two. We got a ghost over here. Oh, you can see me. There's something. You've noticed it yet. Or wait, you've noticed it, haven't you? The whole village is sick. That thing they're summoning isn't Leviathan at all. That poor Jonah is being used by something, being controlled. She is. Look out for her now, won't you? You're the only person I can ask. If something's bad, brewing, I'm sure. Well, okay. Well, we got some horse manure in a pot out here, which is interesting. And this is Jonah's little dinky shack. Aw. She's got a fire inside. That's a little dangerous. And she's roasting maybe squirrels over the fire. Tasty. Ooh, hello there, traveler. Or hello, traveler. I'm so glad to see you. I've been waiting for someone who's not from here to happen along. See, it's just that. Jonah, you in dab? What is this dab word that they keep using? Should I dab every time I do it? No, probably not. Alright. Oh, I didn't know you had company. Like, I've not seen your face around here before, have I? Anyhow, Mayor Bryce wants a word with you, Jonah. It's best to come along now. Yes, of course. I'm sorry I won't be long, I'm sure. Could you wait for me till I get back? Right. We are not waiting for her, because we have more horsemen to get, dang it. Just go to the mayor's house. See what they're talking about. It's been a tidy while now since Dylan went missing in that storm. I see them as different sizes as well, so it should be a good reminder to switch it whenever a battle starts up. Alright. Looks like the mayor is wanting to adopt little Jonah here. Jonah with the pinkish looking hair. Kind of a weird color hair, I feel like. It's probably supposed to be red. She's a little hesitant about it. Doesn't want to summon Leviathan anymore, but Jonah, I just don't feel like it's right somehow like this, so I don't be spouting nonsense like that. All bald-headed Jonah. No one in the village wants to hear it. Brazen it is. Anyway, what else have you got to offer forth laughing, eh? Is there some other way you can help out by here? Well, never mind. I think it's enough said for one day. You must be tired. Take yourself home and have a rest, all right? Oh, so I suppose you ever heard all that, didn't you? Well, never mind. You'll come back to my place and we can have a little chat, will you? I don't know if I have to point this out, but we have yet another character whose name is spelled wrong. Look at this. Look at this right here. Excuse me. There's a letter missing there, ma'am. Alright, it's not right relying on the god of the sea for all our food like we are. No one wants to hear it. And Mayor Bryce, well, you heard what he thinks about it all. That's why I was hoping to ask an outsider like you for your opinion. You know, someone impartial. Like, so what do you think? Is it wrong living like we are, isn't it? Oh yeah. Gotta catch your own fish. It was a relief to hear someone else say it at last. I can tell you I knew it couldn't be just me who thought so. Right, I've got my gummel up now. I'm going to give Mayor Bryce straight this time. I'm not calling Leviathan anymore. You tell him. Maybe he'll even give you that H back in your name. Oh, she's giving us her bed? So nice. Boy, Cow, you awake? Why'd you have to go on shouting your mouth off? What if they kick the poor old girl out of the village? I'll bet the Leviathan seems like trouble. He certainly needs to learn a thing or two about not splashing people. But what can we do about it? Are you going to poke your sticky nose in village affairs? Be careful, because we might get burnt. Well, if we get burnt, it's a good thing we got a little buddy who's going to splash us all over. You gotta have a buddy who's willing to splash you every once in a while. Still no horse manure in there. We got some tweets over here. Tweet. Go back over to the mayor's house, see how they're doing. I'm sure he's taking the news well. And not panicking. Oh, they're not here. It's finally time to steal the stuff in his chest. Still locked. We'll have to beat up the mayor and take the key to his chest. I knew it. Jonah came by here and told Dad she didn't want to call Leviathan anymore. You should have seen Dad's face. Fierce beyond it was. Then he took her off to Cuddle Dig Cliff. Got a terrible feeling about all this. I think you should go after Dad and Jonah. All right. Will do, little brother. Alright. That's an enemy we've seen before. I think we've seen a Cyclone before. We've got into a fight anyway. So this is, I guess, the question. Is it good to be able to see the things that I'm picking on the screen? Like that I'm attacking all of them, and then just switch over when the actual combat happens? Or should I just keep it in this view the whole time? I got that one. Dang, those spears do a lot of damage to these monkeys. I guess if it's a more intense fight, it's more interesting what I'm actually choosing for my options in combat. I should probably actually show what's going on with that. Since we're in this new area, we're just going to walk around a little bit to see what kinds of stuff we have to get. Sometimes with these types of enemies... Oh, this is a new one. We got some of these mud guys. What are they? Mud Raker. Nice. Kill this beast first. This baboon's got blue ears. Very interesting choice. Alright, Kabuff. It's a fun name for a spell. And Baboon gone. Mudraker's still taking some damage even after buffing their defenses a little bit. Dang. 122 on a crit. Pretty good. Yeah, I think they just maybe take extra damage from spears as well. They're we're still taking a lot. Some experience, got some gold. I think the Mudrakers they do give a lot of gold. They're one of those enemies that, I don't know, maybe it's a nod to like metal detecting. A lot of people do that on the beach. Well, here's a new enemy. Little octopus-like guy. Alright, what are these called? An octopus. Alright. Very creative. He has... Does he have 8? Oh yeah, I guess he does have 8 tentacles. And then one big flap on his tail. See, the battle animation is better. I agree, like, this part is nice to see, but, like, before... Like, right now, there's no animations actually happening other than the idle animation, so I just didn't know if I should, like, pick everything and then switch it right before. But that's just a little more to remember, I don't know. The Seed of Magic. Seeds are kind of like the vitamins you get in Pokemon, where they like permanently buff us stats for a while. Usually I hold on to them for a while. We got a new enemy here. A Chimera. We've been using Chimera wings to travel around before we got the zoom spell. So it's nice to finally meet the guy who's been helping us out. We got ink in our eyes. That's no good. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Right. I think that's most everything. I think there's one more thing over in the corner. Yeah. Something in this chest to tow the well. Now let's go into this cave. Alright, we are in the Tywell Cave. It looks like it's a bit of a maze, as judging by what the top screen has to say. Got some iron kneecaps. Is that something new? Ooh. No, we've actually fought a Crabbit before. We just saw him in a much earlier area, so he was actually kind of tough when we fought him before. There's a place to go up here, but there's also a bunch of other ways to go, so we'll try to get everything on this floor first, just to remember where we've been. Nothing else over here. Oh, there's a new enemy. What's this guy doing? Got a Crabbit and a Man-O-War. Nod to the Portuguese Man-O-War, of course. I've always heard it called the Portuguese Man-O-War. I wonder if there are different ones that aren't Portuguese but still considered Man-O-War. Because it's kind of its own species, or its own like family of sea creatures. It's not the same as a jellyfish. It just looks like a jellyfish. And got them taken care of. Like there's a Portuguese Man-O-War. Is there like a Texan Man-O-War? Just in the middle of Texas, it's just rolling around on the ground. I'd pay to see that. We got here a Mortoad. He does not look happy. So sad. Dang, he's got cannons. Got a nice red chest up here. Seed of Agility. Didn't see seeds for a long time, but I already found 2 right around this area. I think this is the way we're supposed to go, which means that we probably missed a couple things in other parts of the cave, but that's not too big a deal. always come back around. Let's see, just looking at the map here. I know this is the area we go next. So let's just go. We don't have to be too careful about getting everything in the area when we can do it a little later. It's over here. Alright, fight this Chimera. Two. Blow fire at us. I would not expect this creature to be able to blow fire at us. They certainly can. Alright, we got some level ups. Let's see here. We have 26 points remaining. Oh, I forgot about this. So since we leveled up the other class, we switched over to, I forget, martial artists maybe? Or we know mages. Both of our minstrels became mages when we reallocated, or what's called revocated. We gained a bunch of skill points, but we didn't use a lot of them. We just used a couple to get the Wizard Ward ability. So that we could get the Armamentalist from the quest. But since we had other points stacked up, we still have 26 to be used here. So we can put them all into sword now, and it's going to get us quite a bit of cool stuff. So here we get all the way up to 48, which is going to give us a Miracle Slash and 20 extra attack when equipped with a sword. And we get an accolade. Reading the wiki page of the Man of Wars and saying, all right, we got to do it now. Let's take a look together. I also figured out how to do this. Is it going to work? Oh, I feel like every time I quit out of OBS, it just decides that all of my sources no longer exist. All right. Go to the Man of War. Are there different Man of Wars? Non-Portuguese. Okay, it seems like that's the only one. What kinds of interesting facts are you learning about this Portuguese Man of War that apparently doesn't live anywhere else? Let's do this. Boop. All right. Let's see here, just treasure chests. Here. Yeah, not. Oh, it's a group of zooids. So it's just like it's a collection of different animals. That's very interesting. Imagine if octopus were like that and each of their tentacles was just a different animal all attached to the same head. Ooh, there's a new enemy. We got a Salamarauder. It's friendly. These enemy types always look so happy to be around, but then he gets wrecked. Got some more chimeras. Take care of them. We're getting a little low on health now. We'll probably have to heal right before our next big fight. That's alright. Hopefully we get another level up of Killa right before that. Oh. Oh. We're going to see this enemy type a lot later, or could theoretically even be this episode, I suppose. But there's a quest that has to do with them, and it's very annoying. Hey, we got another Chimera Wing. That's why they're called Chimera Wings. Because we get them from this enemy. And we got Blue Gene. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Take these guys out. We got a coup de grace. Not gonna waste too much time with that, though. We got a Flurry Feather. That's nice. I think we needed a Flurry Feather for something. Or maybe there's a quest around that needs a Flurry Feather. Alrighty. Getting out of the Tywell Cave to the Cuddy Dig Cliff. Go ahead and use our little handy dandy heal all command here. Very nice quality of life thing they just put in. Like, not even a mod. This is like the only version of Dragon Quest IX that's ever come out, but it's nice that they just kind of threw that in there. Alright, let's go in real quick and allocate. Oops, was the wrong. Go into here, allocate skill points. So it shows we still have skill points remaining for most people. You just use the ones on Cow. We'll use Killas real quick and put them all into Sword as well. And that'll get us up to 44, which is enough to get Miracle Slash and plus 20 attack with the sword. And then on Tristan and Chu, how do we give them this? Oh, I think we just had to give them Dragon Slash for that quest to get the Gladiator. We'll put the rest in Spear for now, but don't unlock anything. That's okay. They were already doing kind of more damage than the sword people were. Ready, let's stall no longer. Let's see what's going on. It's a pretty view. There's beautiful A love. I'll fancy you'll be able to clear your head a bit by here and we can have a tidy little chat. That's a lot of dots. Must be awful tired, but with all the summoning that you doing lately, huh? You poor thing. I wanted to know if you give your Uncle Bryce the word, I'll see that your summoning stops tomorrow. I'll just tell everyone in the village that you lost the power to call Leviathan. Simple, see? Mr. Mayor, And then you can pop down by here with me once in a while and you can have a little summon in secret. There's all kinds of coral and pearls and such at the bottom of the ocean sea and all that treasure up and then sunken ships too. You could be asking Leviathan to bring the likes of that up for you now, wouldn't you? Instead of this boring old fish, eh? Pearls, treasure, Mr. Mayor. I can't believe I'm hearing this. It's outrageous, it is. Those belong to the sea. Now, love, don't get all head up. I only meant every once in a while, whenever you're feeling up to it, like. Just think how much happier we'd all be, all rich and contented, like. Rich, contented? That's right. Batch? That's supposed to be a different way to say a different word. And all you have to do is accept that your father isn't coming home and let me adopt you. See? Simple. Dang. It is simple. You get a new dad and you get to be rich. It's a win-win. That certainly is a blue circle, though. Suppose we just see what happens. Cow? Dang. Well, mighty Leviathan, thank you. You heard our calling. You come bless us with your help again. Come on, Jonah, start praying. Ask Leviathan to go and bring us some treasure by here. Roar. Oh, dang. It looks like Jonah was eaten by some kind of like a sea beast, it seems. How serendipitous, I would say. Not a good thing to name your child. They'll get eaten by a sea beast. Yes, that was a bite from the blue. Something seriously fishy's going on here. You're darn right. I'm seriously fishy about my outfit. You see that? Heck, a little sus here. Let's get a closer look. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Alright, let's see here. Fight this big fish. Spit out our friend, see? Alright. Well, let's see what we got abilities-wise here. So we got this Miracle Splash ability, heals the user's own wounds when it hits. So it's a little like, kind of like absorbed from Pokemon or something like that. You hit them and you just get a little bit of health back, which helps sometimes. When you still need to do damage to the boss, like it's getting close to dying. You don't want to spend your turn healing, but you know you're going to die pretty soon. Also have some spells still, Crack and Crackle, that we could use. Let's just hit him. Then maybe use Psych Up on the warriors here. That way we get their tension raised. 38 damage with the swords. 46 on the second one because of the multiplier. How much is he doing? 28? That's pretty significant. Raise our tension a little bit. Let's do the same thing there. Get our tension up a little bit more. Bang. Right. So yeah, it looks like it's going to take about 4-ish normal attacks to kill any of our party members, but he probably has some other special attacks that'll be coming up soon. Do we go for it one more time? I think so. Do some normal attacks here. Psych up a bit. Up to 50 tension. And 50 on Chew. Alright, 27 damage. We'll see if it happens in this fight, but a lot of boss fights have a special animation whenever they get a critical hit, and Leviathan's is kind of fun. It kind of makes you panic a little bit before you see that big damage number. A little different than in Pokemon when that happens. Alrighty, let's see. We'll just do normal attacks with our tension boosted. Now, there is one more tier to tension. You can go all the way up to 100. Only reason I didn't... We got another attack there. Only reason I didn't is because it only has a 30% chance or something like that to get up to the max tension level. So more often than not, you'll just wasting your turn. Alright, so he is going to attack Chew, and we're getting a little bit low on health, so let's heal with both of our healers under the people with lower health. We'll still attack with Tristan, and then we'll defend with Chew, just so it's not too much of a problem. Go. Alright, looking a little bit better on the health front. Go ahead and heal Chew now. I think everyone else is good to just attack. Did some pretty serious damage with that tension raising piece. Oh, another big attack. Alright, his rage subsides, which means he is not necessarily only going to attack Chew now. Let's use Miracle Slash just to see what it looks like since we're getting closer to the end of the fight. I think since we leveled up like agility on some of our other classes, like Martial Artist, we're fast enough to where Leviathan isn't going twice in a row, which normally he would. So this fight's a lot easier than it normally is. Ooh. Some healing, so yeah, about 50 damage and like 13 health back, so it's like 20% of the damage you dealt or something like that. Alright. Got a little ding when we hit him that time. I think that is a little hint that his health is getting a little low, like below 30%, below 20%, something like that. Let's go for a bit of a different tactic here. We will use Crackle since we haven't used that in a bit. Attack, and you can psych up. Try to get up to 100 tension and finish him off like that. Crackle certainly did a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage to Joe as well, so we probably want to heal, or to Cal, I mean. Egg on Chew, we'll use heal on Cal. Normal attack, psych up. So that could be enough to get Chew all the way up to max tension. Let's see what happens. 50. Normal attack, still haven't seen that unique crit animation. Hey, we did get up to max tension. And now we're slightly pinker. Alright. Let's see if we can finish it off with a Mercurial Thrust. Ooh. 212 damage. Quick attack, basically work attack. A lot of experience, got some level ups. Chew got some new skill points. Still doesn't quite get us to the next level here at 35. We get a critical hit up with spears. Tristan gets the same. So we can level it up just the same as well. And Killa finally gets that level up. And we get a little closer to the next one, which is Falcon Slash. We got a massive Emerald Moss from this Leviathan. Yeah. Dang, I would say this Jonah kind of got the better end of the deal. Just in the whale for like, 10 minutes while we fought it instead of 3 days. Aye, he's back up. He's awake. No, please don't hurt him. But he's one of Mayor Bryce's stooges, isn't he? Your voice. Da-da-da. It's a shirtless man. I didn't know Leviathan was a shirtless man. Dad? Dad. Dylan, what in the name of? What's it? What's the flaps going on? I'm sorry for what I've put you travelers through. And Jonah, I can't tell you how sorry I am for all the pain I've caused you. The night of the storm, I was thrown tidy from the boat then all of a sudden, this golden fruit drops down next to me. Fading I was, good and fast, so I just grabbed a hold of it. See, all I could think was you, Jonah, back there on the shore. I was thinking how you'd get on without me being you being still such a young dab and all. And out there today, right in the middle of the ocean, I died. Only next thing I know, I'm not dead at all. I'm swimming around looking like a big old whale. Shocked I was. Don't have to tell you. I don't. I was bringing all these fish by the village. Or bringing all the fish by the village so you wouldn't have to go without love. I never thought I would bring all the rest of these gannets running like it did. Kept out of it till now, but enough's enough. Come on, love. Let's leave this greedy village and its rotter out of a mayor behind. You won't have to worry about nothing once we're away. Far by here, I'll take care of you from now on. Oh, Dad. I just can't do that. I want to stay by here and help with the fishing. See, I have to learn to stand on my own 2 feet. I've watched you working away all these years, and now it's my turn. I'll be the tidiest fisherman worth laughing's ever known. You just wait and see. I'll make you proud, Dad. Aw. Can't go on relying on you forever. It's time I started making my own way in the world. You understand, don't you? Juna. Bryson, whatever are you doing out here? Sorry about my dad. I was sick beyond worrying about you. I had to come after you. That haircut. It's just so unfortunate. Bryson. Thank you so much for becoming Leviathan so you could carry on looking after me, Dad. But I'm alright now, see? I was so caught up worrying about looking after my little girl that I never realized she'd grown up into a fine young woman. If I'd only stopped to notice, I'd never have to, because it caused you all so much trouble. Now we can do it. Well, yeah, we're good. We got a father-daughter moment. So sweet. Just remember, I'll always be by your side, love, always. It's a fig. And these figs seem to be quite dangerous items. Are we sure we want them? Every time somebody grabs one, they turn into some kind of a beast. Alrighty. Sleeping next to the mayor. Oh, you're awake, aren't you? I want to thank you again for everything you've done. You're made of tough stuff, that's for sure. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. I'll keep Jonah safe. She'll never have to be lonely with me around. I mean, everyone says how tough she is, but, well, she's just a girl like. Yeah, that's right. Girls can't stand up for themselves. This guy knows what's what. Alright, let's see here. Oh, they healed us up. That's nice. Well, now that we have figured out everything that's going on the island, let's find a way off this mess. Seems like there's going to be a lot of changes by here. I'd better start learning all about the sea and the coastline and such. Alrighty. Go say goodbye to Jonah fixing the nets. Oh, hello. I want to thank you. I was worried beyond how everyone would take to me saying I wasn't going to call Leviathan anymore, but it's fine. I still can hardly believe it, though I saw it with my own eyes, like, to think that my dad was Leviathan all along. When I saw him by there, I didn't care that he'd changed into some sea monster. I just wanted to stay with him, to be together. It's hopeless feeling like that, isn't it? I mean, he's gone now. I do miss him, something chronic, though. I'm gonna be strong, you'll see. I got my mom and dad watching over me, and Bryson's a tidy little lad, too. Alrighty. Alright, we are on board to go to the mainland out east. We'll, of course, still be able to zoom back anywhere we need to, so let's get to this next area and see what awaits us there. Wow, this is much lower quality animation, I feel like, for this boat. I think I know why, because they reused this boat texture later on. And they didn't want to make a different one just for that cutscene. Alright, well, if you ever told me I'd be using some mortal ship to get about the place, I would have called you a barefaced liar. Grr. It's off to new shores, eh? Keep up the good work. Great. You'll have those figs gathered in no time, cow. And with a bit of luck, you'll find out where old Fat Guts have got soon too as well. Ready? Get up to the land here, put out our little bridge. Here we are at Slurry Quay. This is as far as I can take you, I'm afraid. And if you're looking to go sailing all over like, you'll have to go get a boat of your own. Word in the taverns is there's a view of a vessel down in Bloomingdale just sitting there with no one using her. Whoops. Right. Well, that's a while since we had a boat come in from North Laughing. Now, new to these parts, hey, if you leave here and follow the road, you'll eventually come to Door Bridge. Alright. Got an inn over here. Don't necessarily need to stay there since our health is pretty much full. Oh, we do have the church here. Save real fast. Every town does have a place to save, but sometimes it's not in like an actual church building, and sometimes we see some kind of odd places. Whoops. Sometimes I do that, I click the wrong option. And then you have to do some goofy stuff. You can reset. And open it back up. Welcome back, cow. I trust you had a peaceful respite. Oh, almighty one, may you watch over and protect the portrait. Amen. Yeah, Track Quest is a little weird about saving sometimes. You know, quick saves have always been kind of a weird... Like, they don't always want to let you just quick save whenever you want. Got a Seed of Strength. This one is locked. Getting a lot of locked chests around. It's kind of getting my nerves. I just want to take the stuff. Take everything. Alright, shop here. Got some normal items. And some fur hoods, some pointy hats, tortoise shells, robe of serenity, silver bracelets, rubber gloves. So many cool things. Fishnet stockings. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. See, galvanized. Interesting. Got some bow ties. Yeah, I don't think we need to grab anything just yet. Really, my only motivation to getting new equipment is to not look as stupid. Maybe it is worth doing. Let's get a new, See, I don't think the pointy hat's going to necessarily make me look any better. We'll do it. Equip it onto Cow. Look a little less sus. Well, as far as body armor, we can't get anything better than we currently have. Which I think is what also looks a little weird, but that's alright. New enemy over here. What do we got? A werewolf. So not a scarewolf. Scarewolves are the things we need to look out for that quest that we still have. It is kind of a new type enemy we haven't seen before. Died pretty quick though. Also, this butterfly enemy is a Dread Admiral, I think. Yeah, Dread Admiral. I don't exactly get the pun there. Is there some butterfly that's named something close to that? Dread Admiral. I don't know. Saw another new enemy up here. Another one of these plant-like guys. Some Bud Brothers. They're like blood brothers. See, that's funny. Dang, they're getting that fourth one. Oh, he smoothly dodged the attack. Right. Looking good so far. Let's do a quick attacks again just to try to kill it before it has a chance to call for backup. Ooh, missed. Oh, he still doesn't quite die. He was frozen on the spot by Killa's appearance. Killa does certainly have an appearance. Is it freeze-worthy? I don't know. He really is stuck over there. He is just hanging out. Bonk. Alright. Got some extra gold. Right, keep looking around. I think there is some stuff that normally appears up there, but maybe only. Oh, dang. Oh. Maybe only at night they show up. There. Speed this fight up. It's because we just fought these guys. They weren't particularly tough. Keep summoning more guys, though. Dang, that was 2 crits in a row, but one of them missed. What are the chances of that? Dang, they summoned another one. There we go. 3 crits that fight. That was pretty crazy. Alright. Oh, don't come after me. Oh, that's why these enemy types are so annoying. Oh, there's 5 of them. I need to heal, actually. How much does Whoosh hit? Oh, Whoosh hit 7. That's pretty nice. Should we also War Cry? Sure. Oh my gosh. He was trying to call for more backup. I think 5 enemies is the max. I think Whoosh does. Maybe Crackle would be good. I think that'll kill everything. Just War Cry to see if we can stop them from going. Dang! I can just one-shot them all. Crazy. Maybe 10 gold coins. Alright. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, I just got away from that guy. Oh. Definitely a lot of little nooks and crannies around, but none of them seem to have alchemy ingredients yet. Oh, I saw a new enemy down there. Looks like the same model as our friends, the Cruel Cumber. Is this guy? He is a Zoomini. Like a zucchini. But extra mean. Wow. Alright, Tyler, in a little bit we're going to be tasked with either going to the north of this island we're on or the south. Up north, we're going to have a side quest to deal with that we can get out of the way now. But it's a little bit annoying to do. But then next episode, we'll be able to get a little bit more story progress. Or we can do the extra story progress now and go south and then do the north part next time. So I'll leave it up to you since we still got some time. Alright, doesn't look like anything else to find around here, so let's go to this place, which we were told was called the Door Bridge. Oops. You're a traveler, aren't you? Don't be offended, but I suggest you leave Doorbridge right this minute. If you straight down off the bridge into the town itself, you'll end up stripped of all your belongings just like I was. You look like a prisoner, sir. Think you have any belongings? I ain't afraid of no bridge. Oh, maybe I should be. No, not here either. Oh, surely. No, it can't be. Always a fan for cyclists, alright. What am I thinking? Mistaking a traveler for a Celestian like that. Haven't I seen that fashion abomination somewhere before? Dang. If anyone's a fashion abomination, it's me. Do you see this hat? That's crazy. You got Fyggs to be finding, right? Let's hope our search is fruitful. Ha! Alright. Well, that is the same blue lady we saw when we went to the Starflight Express more recently. But she didn't give us a lot more information. What's this guy got to say? Oh, selling my priestly effects for drink money. I may as well have sold my very soul. Almighty One, forgive me for I've sinned. Dang. Naughty priest. Another guy laying down. You're new here, eh? I don't know where you're from, but it don't matter here. Chuck your past in the river and let it drift away. Durbridge is the place for all of us folk with no better place to go. Just forget all your troubles and start afresh. Dang, alright. We got a barrel to check out. Welcome to the Weapon and Armor Shop. What are you after? Let's see what we got. We got a new spear and a new sword. Looks like the new Cautery sword here. Sacred sword that flings flames if used as an item in battle. So that's kind of interesting. Just because I think we've maybe seen another item that has a effect if you use it. So that's kind of like casting a spell for free just because of what weapon you're holding. Usually they're not very good. I think I saw a video on YouTube of someone who beat the whole game only using the item effects, and it was like very difficult. So that's an interesting idea, but not better than these steel broadswords we currently have. The Holy Lance, though, is a little bit better, and it is blessed by the Almighty that zealously zaps zombies. So that could be a consideration. We got some other stabs and type of things like that. We also have shields. A light shield gives us some extra defense and I think extra block chance. I think our shields right now are 0.5%, and this is 3 times that. So I think getting 3 or 4 light shields is a good idea. But we just equip them to everyone. Okay. Let's see what else we got. We got an iron helmet, which is better for most people, at least defense-wise. Probably want Magical Knight and Magical Mending still on our Minstrels, which are the Cow and Killers classes. And on the Warriors, that might be good. Thief's Turban looks like only usable by the Thief. Heavy Armor is usable by the Warriors, and it increases their defense by quite a lot. But that is the most expensive item we've seen. Got a Plain Dress. Wayfarer's Gloves, which increases Deftness. That could be good for everyone, because I think Deftness increases crit chance. Maybe not, though. Lockpicker's Gloves, more blue jeans, which we did find some other blue jeans. So maybe it's good to just get 3 more pairs of blue jeans, and then everyone can have the same. So let's equip them to Cow. Killa. Tristan. And then we will go to our equip menu for Chew. And we will switch out your cotton trousers for the blue jeans. Yeah, they're a little bit better than even the iron kneecaps we had. So yeah, now everyone's the same. These clogs only give us evasion chance, they don't give us defense, so I think there were some better shoes that we saw at Port Lathan. Interesting. Okay, cool. Definitely need a new hat for our Warriors, because we just have Trailblazing Bandana and Hardwood Headwear. That's not really ideal for them. But only have 377 gold, so we'll probably just wait a little bit. We've already upgraded everyone's pants and everyone's shield, so don't have to go overkill for this town. What can I assist you with? So this one's kind of funny, this church, because we saw the priest got too drunk to fulfill his duties, so this other guy in a hood is just kind of taking over. E-N-D, a full stop, and we're done. Lovely jubbly. Now what, you want to carry on with your adventuring? Pray to the Almighty that today's another blinding day for you, don't you worry. Alright. Alright, let's go around and talk to more townsfolk, see if anyone has anything interesting to say. It seems like this is a place where people aren't very well off. But there were also some of them just making bad decisions. Whoops. So here, it was a strange shiny fruit near the bridge the other day. One of our lot picked up, but no one can remember who it was now. Interesting. Well, we got a guy with a quest. Burn, freezing the fire's too weak. The only thing I've got left to burn are my pants. I don't suppose you got something you could burn. I can scrabble together something to give you in return. Alright. I get him something to stoke the fire. Let's see if we already have it. Something that can burn. Well, I think horse manure can burn. Hey, did it. I don't think I've ever done that quest before. What's it going to give us as a reward? 1 gold coin. Nice. Now we're at 378 gold. That makes a difference. Oh. Alright there. If you fancy making a bit of a name for yourself, you should join my gang, the B team. Oh, hang about, I didn't realize you were such an amateur. Come back when your thief's level is about 15. Okay, so now we have the question of getting our thief to level 15. Some leather shoes. Swapped a shining fruit for him, I did. Pretty good deal, eh? I know you're jealous. Leather shoes? I would have thought that golden fruit was worth more than that. So a golden fruit did make its way around here. Can't beat the grub here for playing. Knock your socks off. Petulant queen in a desert land. Got rid of her chef. Keep that in mind for later. Talk to this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't think we went in this. Oh, no, we did go in that house. This way. We got a guy in the river. There's a right rich bloke over in Bloomingdale just south of here, got his own boat and everything. Imagine that, being able to travel all over the world in your own boat. Some people don't have it good, huh? What? That guy wasn't making any sense. Got an item shop here. And we got a little indoor area. You what shopping? You'll have to go and talk to the feller out front about that, darling. We do see that there's another room off to the left here. We didn't see another door, so we might investigate that. We've got some new recipes here. There's some different medicines, it seems like. So if I go in right here, oh, there's a door on the other side of the bridge that we can't see, and I'm trying to turn the camera, because in some areas you can turn the camera like 45 degrees, but you can't do it in the city, so you kind of have to notice that there's another room in there from the inside. Golden colored fruit. There's a little hut right in the middle of town at some shiner fruit until the other day, that is, okay. Woof. I thought I'd sell that shine fruit for such big money, huh? It only cost me a pair of leather shoes. You're after one, are ya? Afraid to sell it to a weird old bloke that lives at the bottom of that mountain, Zero Rocks. If you want to go after it, just cross the bridge and follow the road east. Have a gander at the signs and you should be fine. Wonder what made the old feller pay so much for it, though, eh? Alrighty, so we have a lead on our golden fruit. We found the guy that sold them for some leather shoes. Now he gave it to somebody in a place called Xerox. Or Zero Rocks. Got some more recipes for some headgear. Interesting. Don't roll your eyes, guys. And accessorize. Talking about male accessories. We got a tough guy tattoo, a raging ruby, and a mighty armlet. Ruby protection, utility belt, and rosary. We have some of those. I haven't learned all of them yet, so that was nice to find some recipes there. Alrighty. I think there's only one place we haven't been to yet, and it's this building up here. It's a nice little tent. We can also go across that laundry line to get back over to this side. I don't think anything was really over here. Yeah, the Guardian statue's there, but it's fallen down, it looks like. That's probably why everything's gone to deteriorate in this area. Alright, let's see what we got here. Got a bunch of chests, another one locked. Got some barrels, 2 gold coins, a snake skin, 48 gold coins, so 50 total. It's a portrait of a beautiful queen. She's smiling radiantly out of the picture. Got a bunch of chests in there all locked up, but the door to that is locked. You got gold everywhere. Oh, this chest is not locked and has a seed of sorcery. If you want your share of Captain Midland's booty, bring him all the mini medals you uncover on your travels. You might not seem it, but he's from an ancient family of mini medal collecting kings, so mind your P's and Q's, alright? Alright, so we finally found a guy who's going to take these mini medals we've been collecting. Captain Max Medlin. Ahoy there, I'd be Captain Max Medlin, swashbuckling seafaring collector of only the miniest of medals. I sailed the 7 seas all my years, plundering the most maximal amount of treasures me hold could carry, till one day the patch fell from me eye, and I saw the maximum joy ever had myself was from these miniature medals. Would you say, travel, if you happen across any mini medals on your travels, will you sail my way with them? I'll make it more than worth your while. I've a boatload of booty to give you in return. Your steadfast swab ain't no mistake bringing me medals right away like this. Maximal respect. Hand them over now. Just look at that gleam, like miniature suns they are. That's 9 mini medals you've given me. Thank you kindly. I'm a man of my word, so here's some booty. Promise you. 4 medals, I'll give you the Thief's Key. Right? For 8 medals, I get a Mercury bandana, or Mercury's bandana. And when I get 13, I'm going to get a bunny suit. Ooh. Maybe we'll give it to that old man who wanted to be a maid. Alright. Now that we have a Thief's Key, we can open some of these chests. We got a mini medal from that one. I think the other ones are all in this area here. Can we open this door? Okay, so the thief's key we have does not open that. But there were a couple other... Oh wait, there's one we gotta talk to. We got a mana war. This Captain Medlin's castle. Slurp. The captain collects the mini medals which are scattered all over the world. Alright, we already get it. So, we already saw a couple locked chests around, so let's use our zoom spell to go to Slurry Quay. See if we can get whatever was in that locked chest. Alright, looks like an agility ring, which is nice. And the other one we saw was in Porthlaffen. In the mayor's house. I don't remember if there were any more locked chests around. I feel like there may have been one in Stormway, but I'm not sure. So we'll just wait. I know there's another thing we need in Stormway, so next time we go over there, we'll check it out. And this one we got a pink pearl. So we got a couple new accessories. Alright, let's go back to Doorbridge. 28 gold, so still not enough to really upgrade anything else. Alrighty. Well, one of the quests that we... Oh, we haven't touched this guy yet. Hold on. Hey, who's there? I heard a woman's voice. I'm sure of it, but don't see anyone about. He also heard that blue lady. Now that we got the key, let's see if we can go into this room. Doesn't get open. That's alright. So we did get a hint to a quest in Doorbridge. If we get a level 15 thief, then we'll be able to... we'll have just another thing that we can do. So we will keep an eye out for next time we revocate. We might make some people thieves. Got a new enemy up here. Looks like the Ram Raiders we saw before. This is a Rampage. Wonder if he casts any spells. That's why it's called a Rampage. This is like a sage. Looks jacked, I'll tell you that. That's one jacked cow. A ram. I guess a ram is a sheep, right? Or a goat? No, it's a sheep. Crit on the Zumini. I love that when the Kuhlkumper Zumini enemies, the vegetable-like ones, when they die, their spear like falls down their throat. It's kind of a funny animation. We got another cat-like enemy over here. What is this? A Closserer. That's bang. Dang, that's pretty heavy damage there. Alright, keep looking around here. Another new enemy. Kinds of new stuff around. Restless Armors. I think we fought some other like animated armor type enemies, and Metal Slash actually did not do more damage. We do need a little health on our minstrels here, so we will use a Miracle Slash to try to get healed up a little. Oh, we got blocked. Back. Tristan takes a little damage. Cow's getting a little low now. Alright, let's heal both of our lower people here. Then attack with everyone else. Ooh, Chew's getting pretty close to death. I think when I watched the speedrun of this game, whenever he would heal, he would like make sure not to heal himself. I wonder if there's a multiplier. You like heal for a little bit more if you're healing a different party member rather than healing yourself. That's an interesting thing to think about. Let's go ahead and defend and then use our coup de grace to get a critical hit. Take 8 there. Oh. $40 gold coins. Alright, so we've fought most of the new enemies around, so just need to go around to see if there's any cool things to pick up. There's a little spot up here that's clear of trees. It looks like we do have some items here. Let's see what we get. We got some corundum. 2 lumps of corundum. 3 lumps of corundum. Right in the waterfall there. Alright, we're actually just going to zoom back to Door Bridge. So we need to heal up anyway, but also it's just closer to... kind of went out of the way to get to those items up there. Alright, where's the inn? Oh, it's right there. This way. Go down. And up to the inn. Stay overnight. Wish you had a let rest and sleep. Do come again. Still have all of our stuff, seems like. It's always a risk when you sleep in a town of thieves. Alright. This way. Run. Yeah, nothing item-wise on the end of this. Little, not a peninsula, but just a little area between the shoreline and the river. Alrighty, so here is where we get a little bit more of a choice of where we want to go. So we have a new enemy. This is a beacon. He doesn't notice us. So we can just wail on him. Boom, boom. So yeah, we have kind of 2 leads of places to go. We can go south, which is the town of Bloomingdale, which is where we get the ship. Or we at least get a lead for there being a ship there that we might be able to take. And then up, we've been told that there's another area called Zero Rocks, that there is a fruit. So we've already kind of decided that we're going to go up north, or over to where the Xerox place is, which is in this area just north of where we are. So we'll do that first, and then we'll go to Bloomingdale next time. Because we're after Fyggs, not ships. Oh, this is a new enemy too. Big stone face guy. Got a Mad Moai and some more Colossurers. He certainly looks upset. Blocking the whole view. Oh. It's a little jiggly when you hit him. He's out of there. I'm going to speed it up for these Colossurers since we've fought him before. Wow, he made 3 of us hallucinate. That's crazy. It was a very effective mist. Alright. Here. Area up very far to the north. And doesn't look like there are any items hanging around. I'm gonna fight some beacons Another Mad Moai again. Okay. That was kind of odd that there were no items up there. Seemed a little out of the way to not have anything interesting. They do spawn there sometimes. Came here to meet old man Mason. He's supposed to be a dab hand at making statues. Not around, though. What a waste of time. If only there was something here that would give me some kind of clue about where he's gone. Interesting. So work in progress. Statue of a beautiful bird with its wings spread wide. Block of stone. Another bird statue. Rocks stacked on top of one another. This one's not even worth mentioning, it looks like, since it's in this house. Well, we got a notebook. It was an eternity ago. I told my poor sweetheart I'd be back in 5 years and set off on my travels. All I cared about was learning to work stone. 5 years passed in the blink of an eye, but I barely noticed. When I finally made it back home, I was only to find out that she'd gone and married another man. Ouch, that was an eternity ago, though. I'm an old man now, and that was back in my younger days. I'm heading north to Xerox. It won't be long till it's all over. I doubt I'll be back at this hut again. Alright, well, we know that Xerox is around here now. Another cow pat. Oh, was that a bookshelf in there? I think it was. Make sure we don't miss anything there. Yeah. Well, good weapons. Staff of Sentencing, Staff of Divine Wrath, and a Pillar of Strength. A couple of fans and claws, not weapons that we use right now. Alrighty, well, let's go up into this northern path, see if we get another hint as to where Xerox is. Height of Loneliness is the name of this place here. Grr. That's all he says. A ranger is a wild warrior who lives as one with nature. Only one with gentle heart can become a ranger. If the abilities Mercy and Soothsayer are mastered, you can communicate with the very hearts of monsters. You smell the city, traveler. Does one far from nature such as you wish to follow the path of the ranger? Yes, maybe so. I am an oddball. I am a true ranger. It is not possible to become a ranger without knowledge of ruggedness, so I present to you a small challenge. The toxic dagger is your friend. Use it to envenomate 3 Hocus chimeras. The venom alone must cause them to expire. No matter your vocation, toxic dagger may be used only with a short blade. You are with the courage to do this, traveler. Alrighty, well, we got another quest to get a vocation. We already did this with the gladiator and the armamentalist. And separately, we were encouraged to get a level 15 thief, and thieves use knives. So I think it would behoove us to go swap over to being thieves. That way we can get kind of 2 things knocked out at once. Alright, so let's switch Cow and Killa over to Thieves. Speed this up a little bit. Go to Killa. Killa is also going to be a thief. And then we're going to change Tristan and Chu as well, but what do we want them to be? So who else uses spears, I guess? We got priests. We already did martial artists, but we didn't even use spears with them. Let's see. What's knives? Yeah, so nobody else using spears, so let's switch them over to priests, just so they can still use the weapon they've been using. Don't have to change that too much. And then we'll just do the same thing for Chu Who's going to be a priest. Ta-da-da! Alrighty. So now that we've gotten everyone switched over, let's equip everyone correctly. So we can still use swords with the thief class. We are going to need to use daggers at some point, but since we're going to be fighting some metal slimes to level up a little bit, we will put our swords back on. Looks like thieves can't equip shields, so we will skip out on that. We actually might use something else here, just because we want the best magical mending to go to the priests. We might unequip this. We'll worry about headgear in a little bit. Looks like we can use the chainmail, so we'll do that. Definitely want deafness on thieves, so we'll use these linen gloves. Still use the blue jeans, still wear clogs, and then it depends what we want to do. Looks like this pink pearl we got gives us extra defense. We got strength rings, and we also got agility rings. Those strength rings for both of the thieves for now. So no shield, waiting on headgear, or chainmail, deafness gloves, blue jeans, clogs, and another strength ring. For both the priests, they can use these. And what gives us the best magical mending? That's 23, 22, 26, and 23. So we'll use 26 on this one. And get some more magical mending with this robe of serenity. Can't wear the iron gauntlets, but you can wear leather gauntlets. You can still wear blue jeans and clogs. And then we'll equip you with a rosary. For the next one, same sort of thing. We are going to go with the, looks like either the fur hood or the bandana. Fur hood's a little bit better. We're not going to use that. We're going to use this, that, this, clogs. And now we have a little bit of a choice. I think we will use the pink pearl. No, we'll have agility. Sometimes it's nice to have a fast priest and a slow priest. Just because if they learn the ability, we can choose headgear for our thieves now. Thieves can learn an ability called Zing, or a spell called Zing, which is going to help them with bringing people back from the dead. But it's like only a small chance to make it happen. So sometimes it's nice to have a fast priest and a slow priest. So you can kind of use the fast priest to hopefully bring someone back from the dead, and then use the slow priest to heal them afterwards, because otherwise the slow priest wouldn't be able to heal the person who's already dead. A bit of an interesting idea there. Alrighty, so we're level 1 right now, so we have to be a little bit careful, because we don't have a lot of health or strength or anything. Does look like we're going to end up in a fight with this guy? Yeah. We'll see if we can get through this unscathed, but we might have to head back to town to heal up. But basically, we just want to get to the, it's called, I'll call it for backup. Badger Major, another Leafy Larrikin. Oh boy. Yeah, we want to get to where all the liquid metal slimes are so we can level up pretty quickly with our classes. So we're still doing a fair bit of damage because we've gotten all the skills that help us like increase our weapon damage and crit chance and everything. And we have, better weapons. Okay, we did have someone die. Might just try to flee so that we don't get out of whack experience-wise. And if we just die, that's fine too. Ooh, she's probably going to kill us, yeah. So that's okay. We're just going to end up wherever we rested last or wherever we saved last. Yeah, so do a bridge. Let's go ahead and zoom back over to Cottonwell. I think we just lose a little bit of money, but we didn't have too much to begin with. Yeah, we probably lost like 400 or so. So again, we just want to go by and hopefully not start any combats. once we get up to the Quarantine, this won't be too much of a problem because liquid metal slimes usually don't have other enemies with them. Flythons are usually alone, but we could kill one of these just to... Okay, there's just a lost soul, but that's okay. 2 stunned into the... we have Dragon Slash, so we can use that on the Flython and probably kill it. And then... Oh, I guess we should have attacked the lost soul instead. That way we'll just be able to get a little bit of experience, a little bit more health before we get into the Quarantine. Should be able to just attack normally. Because yeah, the only real danger with the Quarantine is that we might die if it's like a liquid metal slime and 2 random other enemies. It's possible that the other enemies will kill us before we're able to kill the liquid metal slime. So ideally, it'll just be a liquid metal slime. We won't have to worry about dying, but in the off chance that it's not, we want to have just a little bit of extra health and defense. Because yeah, getting off balance with the experience levels is kind of inconvenient. Because the way the game calculates it, it's like if I have one party member who's level 10 and all the other party members are level 1, it kind of takes the total amount of experience and then divides it by the number of levels. And so the person who's level 10 will get 10 times the experience of the level 1 people. See, I already ran into some enemies on accident. I think it's better to just kill them than to try to flee, because it'll probably take a couple turns to try to flee. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, since I think we're probably going to get this relatively quickly. Yeah, he didn't even damage us. Did get a level up with Cow, and Chew, and Tristan, so everyone's still even. It could be that priests and thieves are kind of on the same experience category, where they level up at the same rate, which is nice. It isn't true for warriors and minstrels, as we've seen, as they're all slightly off of each other. I'm always nervous to use the speed up. I think I'm going to run into something, but I think enemies don't spawn on this very lowest part of the path. That when I'm walking down like this, they come up a little bit sooner, so I'll probably walk these downhill parts slow-mo. Hey, there's a liquid metal slime. Hopefully we won't need too many of these. Obviously we don't want to get like too over-leveled, but we want to get enough to where we can use, what am I looking for here? Pressure pointer. Basically want to get just leveled up enough to where we can do that side quest for the person who's given us the Ranger class. Metal Slash did 2 damage to the slime this time, and 2 damage that time, so we already killed 1. Probably jump up to like level 9 or 10 here. Yep, 9. And we got 12 skill points. So here's where we learn Toxic Dagger, which we need for the quest that we just got. Do we want to increase any more? I mean, we could get 10 more attack with daggers, which could help in doing that quest. So I think we'll at least do that, but we won't grab Fly Swat. Just put the rest into Sword. Got a Knifer and Dagger Waggler. For accolades for that. Those accolades we get when we level step up come from when our main hero levels up in something, which is kind of fun. All right, Chew the Priest. We can keep leveling up Spear, which I think is what we're going to do. Other option would be we could start leveling up Faith or Shield. Faith would just help us in our magical mending ability. So if we wanted these guys to be healers more permanently, that would be a good one to level up. But for now, we're just going to continue with the Spear stuff. So yeah, when your main hero levels up and gets like a new ability you've never gotten before, you get like an accolade for it, which is kind of fun. All right, I can do the same thing with Killa. Toxic Dagger and extra damage with knives. Alrighty, let's do probably 2 more liquid metal slimes, just because that'll get us pretty close to level 15. And now that we have Metal Slash and Pressure Pointer, we actually killed them pretty quickly, and we found this one pretty quickly. Alright, so let's see. Metal Slash, Metal Slash. See if Pressure Pointer actually hits this time. He does stick around, which is good news. Boom! So Pressure Pointer is one of those abilities that misses most of the time, but it does have a chance to just one-shot the enemy. That's kind of nice. Got another 3 skill points. We'll throw them into Sword. Same thing with, well, Chu is a priest, so we'll put him into Spear. Getting pretty close to Thunder Thrust, which is a very important ability. For Metal Slime hunting, that one's basically a guaranteed critical hit, but it has a chance to miss as well. Critical hits do more than 1 damage to the Metal Slimes, which just means it's easier to farm them. So Thunder Thrust is invaluable just for that reason. I got up to level 11. I think we're going to need 2 more liquid metal slimes to get up to level 15, maybe even 3. So we'll go for that for now. Level 15 is kind of just a goal so that we can at least survive on our way up to find those Hocus Chimeras and do the quest for the Ranger. Squeeze by that Earthen Warrior. Also, before we get too excited, let's heal everyone. A little unfortunate we used all the MP for our priests, so they can't use Pressure Pointer. Hey, perfect timing. Metal Slash is much more likely to kill at least the regular liquid metal slimes, just because they are they only have 3 health. So even doing 2 damage is pretty close to enough. Use Mercurial Thrust just in case we get a crit before you can even move. That's kind of nice and doesn't cost any mana. Alright, let's see if we hit with this Metal Slash as well. Nice. It does seem like Metal Slash has a higher chance to actually hit as well, which is kind of nice. It doesn't actually say that anywhere, but I think because of the bonus you get to metal enemies, that's kind of the way it calculates it. Alrighty, so we can put 3 more points into Sword, and that gives us Falcon Slash, which is a very cool ability. We get another accolade, the Blinding Blade. Right. 3 more points in Spear, but still not quite at Thunder Thrust. Tristan, same thing. So yeah, 58 is what we need for Thunder Thrust, so 9 more skill points total. And Killa also get Falcon Slash. So Falcon Slash really just means that you're hitting twice with your sword. So it's just like a double hit, double normal attack. It's maybe a tiny bit weaker than your normal attack, but it still, in total, does more damage. Much later on in the game, we're going to have a sword that we can get called the Falcon Blade that does the same thing all the time. So it always hits twice, but if you use Falcon Slash while using the Falcon Blade, you get 4 hits, which is obviously pretty good. But yeah, we're quite a ways away for that, but Falcon Slash is still good now. So if we like increase our tension up to 100 and then use Falcon Slash, we could theoretically do like, 500 damage in 1 turn with 2 hits of 250 or something like that. So it's pretty good ability. All right, got another liquid metal slime, almost missed him. And this one does have other enemies with him, but don't have to worry about that too much because we'll survive any attacks from them. Even if they use a bang or something like that, we're still gonna survive. Let's see if we get a crit here. That'll just end the liquid metal slime before it has a chance to run away. Not quite. Alright, he's still hitting us. We haven't seen one run away in a while, which is very nice. go with Metal Slash. Whoosh on everyone. I just take care of this fight. Got more experience. Level ups, but no other attribute points, which is fine. Sometimes that's just, you don't get attribute points every time you level up. It's like, at some point it gets to like every other level or something like that, so. But also as you level up more, there's a point where you're getting 4 skill points or 5 skill points every time you level up, which is pretty nice. If you get too high in levels, though, so like if you get up to level 40 with a vocation, then you'll start getting lower numbers of skill points again. So there's like a kind of a sweet spot with each vocation where it's like, this is where you're getting the maximum number of skill points. Like it's worth it to farm up to this level with each class. This Metal Slime didn't even notice our presence, so we get a whole free turn. Still going to use the Mercurial Thrust. This one had 4 health. Did 5 damage though, so we're good. Alright, just got up to, I think that was level 14, yeah. So still go. Do we want to keep going in sword? 76 is going to get us 30 more attack with the sword, which is pretty good. Or we could start. Well, I guess we don't have shield on this class. Natural deafness and natural agility is pretty good, though. I think it might be worth it to put some points into the thief skill branch for now. Just because those stat boosts are pretty good ones. For the priest, we're still going to go into spear, though. Try to get thunder thrust as soon as we can. And then same thing here. You want to do acquisitiveness. You get that natural deafness. I think natural deafness is going to impact how often we are poisoning. Oh, wow. Another liquid metal slime right in a row. I think it affects how often we poison things with, like, what's the ability called? Oh, it's on our toxic dagger. So it has like a chance to poison them, but it's not 100%. So if we increase our deafness a little bit, it's just more likely that we get that poison. Miss both thrusts. Get some damage with that. He's attacking us, which is good news. So if we hit this Metal Slash, we're pretty likely to kill. Yeah, there we go. We get up to level 15, which is what we wanted to do. 4 more skill points. So here, natural agility plus 20, that is 12 points away, so we're pretty far off. Half inch lets us steal an item sometimes, which can be useful, but we don't really need it right now. We aren't really getting much closer on sword, though. We're still quite a few points away. We're 17 points away from the next level. So we're just going to keep our skill points for now, and we'll decide. If we stay a thief for a while and we get 12 more skill points, then we might just increase our agility. But for now, we'll kind of keep it open-ended. All right. Ooh, so we are a little bit off. The priests did not level up at the same rate, not because they died, just because their levels are calculated a little bit differently. So we're going to go for one more, and we got it already. Nice. One more liquid metal slime just to get everyone level 15. Right, we Metal Slash. The Mercurial Thrust. Missed both of those. He's attacking us again. Wow. We got very, very lucky this time around. Well, I guess don't speak too soon. This Metal Slash could kill. Not quite. Okay. So he could still run away. Once I hit this. Yeah. Alright, we might get up to level 16 with our thieves. We'll definitely get 15 with the priest, which is what we're after. And that gives us just shy of enough points to get Thunder Thrust. So I'm tempted to farm a couple more levels just to get that, but we'll wait. We'll have plenty of time to get more points in the spear. Do we have evac? Yeah. All right, let's go back to Dual Bridge. Let's get a heal up in the inn. We could save real quick, I suppose. And then we're going to head up the Heights of Loneliness and see if we see those Hocus Chimeras. Try to poison them and let them die to poisoning. Now, I've hinted that this quest is a little annoying, and the reason for that is the Toxic Dagger, even if they are poisoned, they only take, like, I don't know, 4 damage a turn. It's like a percentage of their health, or a percentage of the damage we did with Toxic Dagger, the skill. So a lot of times, like, we do a little bit of damage to get them closer to death, but every enemy has a little bit of a range of possible health totals. We rested? Yeah, we rested. And because of that, it's like we could do 50 damage to, Hocus Chimera and then do Toxic Dagger, which does 20 more, and then he's taking 4 per turn, right? So we're like, okay, if he has closer to 65 health, then he's going to die in just a couple turns. But if he has closer to 90 health, then, it's going to take a lot of turns for him to die. But I can't just hit him again, because if I hit him again, then he dies to my normal attack. He doesn't actually die to poison. So that part's annoying enough, but also these Hocus Chimeras can heal themselves, which is extra obnoxious. So having our spearmen is kind of nice because they can use the priority move, Mercurial Thrust. So if the Hocus Chimera levels up... Oh, we didn't grab the... Hold on, let's go to Durbridge real quick. We didn't get that Thief quest. But what I was saying is, if they do heal themselves, we can usually use Mercurial Thrust, and it will get them about to where they were before they just healed. Because they usually heal for about 30. Mercurial Thrust will do about 30 damage, maybe a little bit less. So we're not at risk of killing them unless we get an unlucky crit. What was the guy with the quest things down here? So yeah, I won't be at risk of killing him when we don't want to, but we'll get him to where he's not overly obnoxious. Alright, reach level 15. Happy fancy joining the mighty Buster B team. I'll have to test you out a bit first. Don't look so worried, nothing too tricky. I just want you to go and get some treasure off a monster for me, that's all. A wealthy man attacked a whale on his travels. Now his rich stuff stolen. One of my gang saw a hunter mech making off with the loot to the bad cave just north of Bloomingdale. I want you to go and find the hunter mech and steal the tycoon's trove off him. Should be a piece of cake for any thief worth their salt. You'll do it, won't you? Alright. So we might actually need to get that half-inch ability so that we can steal the stuff back from a hunter mech. The area that he mentioned, the bad cave north of Bloomingdale. We haven't been to Bloomingdale just yet. We have heard about it. But since we haven't been there, we won't be focusing on that just yet. When we do get to Bloomingdale, we might look out for it. But for now, the only one we're really worried about is the Ranger quest. So poison the Hocus Chimera, and then let him die to poison. And I have to do it 3 times, I think. They can be in the same battle, which is nice. Though if you have multiple of these chimeras in battle with each other, they can heal each other too, which just means sometimes it's harder even to keep track of how much damage you have to do to each one. So you have to, when they heal each other, you have to keep track of which one just got healed so you know which one to attack. It's a bit of a chore. But the reason that all these vocation side quests are so tedious is because they're kind of massive upgrades. They're giving you a whole class. Got a Zombo here. Toxic Zombie. He's too stunned to move. So yeah, he's a new class means that it's a new thing that you can level up, and if you level up, you get skill points for different attributes. So even if I never want to use anything Rangers do, Rangers use like bows and boomerangs and axes, I think. I might not want to use any of those weapons, and I might not even want the skills that the Ranger specific skill branch has, but just getting, 50 skill points from leveling Ranger up to like level 20, that might be worth it, So, since it's such a big upgrade, they want it to be a little bit of a mini game to get them. You don't just unlock them by talking to someone. What does this say? Cal examines the stone you see before you the work of an old fool called Mason. They stand forever as a testament to all I knew and loved. And so that guy up in Xerox seems to be named Mason. Now, as we know, a lot of characters have names that are puns. Don't get to see anything about that statue. So Mason, if we think about Masons, they usually, they're stone workers. So we'll be thinking about that as we make our way up. Now, this enemy on the left here, the Metal Slime Knight, you might get excited and be like, oh, is he about to give me a ton of experience? No. He does not. This is like the only Metal Slime that does not give extra experience, which is kind of annoying. And then we got some tree faces as the other enemy here. We got a crit on that one. I guess it's because we're actually killing the Metal Slime Knight. We're killing the guy on top, not the actual Metal Slime. This a little bit. All right. Yeah, so only 234 experience for killing that liquid metal slime with two other enemies. So, yeah, not as good as the actual liquid slimes. Got a Resurrock out of that pot there. And a Glebe and Groat. I think we've gotten a Glebe and Groat before, but that's just an item that you can sell. It's like a type of currency in the game, other than gold pieces. But we haven't been to a place called Glebe yet, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that. Oh, here we go. So, this is a Hocus Chimera. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go to the miscellaneous menu. I'm going to go to equipment. Cal is going to switch to the poison moth knife so that he can actually use his knife abilities. Killa is going to do the same thing. Other two can stay with spears. So then we can use Toxic Dagger, and we'll use it on... we'll use one Toxic Dagger on each of the Chimeras. We're going to test out Mercurial Thrust on each one to see how much damage we do. So 25. This one's probably going to be about the same. Yeah, 25. Toxic Dagger also does about 25, but didn't get the poison that one. Do quite a bit of damage, though. Alright. Also did about 22 damage there, but got the Paralyze on that one, which is interesting. So, we also got our coup de grace with our Thief. Makes after-battle items an absolute certainty. So that's another way I think that we can complete that quest that we just got from the Thief for being level 15. With our Priest, we're probably going to start healing everyone, just so that we aren't at risk of dying. And we don't want to do too much damage to kill these Hocus Chimeras. Alright, so we did kill that one. Looks like we might do just too much damage to be able to get him to die from poison. Hope that one stayed alive, but he still didn't get poisoned. One thing we can do here is just defend. These guys, I guess, can just heal themselves. Reason we're doing that is just to see if the Chimera is going to heal itself. If it does, then we can get, one more Toxic Dagger or something on it. So we'll do that just because we're already at the point where it's basically, it's close to dead. So if it heals itself once, it might be worth it rather than starting a whole other fight. He seems to just be attacking us normally. There we go, mid-heal. So he heals himself for 74, that's basically full health. So it's like we're starting the fight over. So let's use Toxic Dagger with both of our assassins, or our thieves. We will still use Mercurial Thrust, because I think it still won't quite kill. No, it doesn't heal. 27, Fierce Fire. See how much Toxic Dagger does. He's paralyzed. See if he can get poisoned too. We killed him. Alright. And that's what makes this quest annoying. Toxic Dagger just doesn't even have a 100% chance to poison. Did we already go up this? What? Because we got distracted. Alright, Seed of Deafness. That is useful. Just barely dodged that slime. There's a stairway over there, it looks like. We might get to that on our way down because we seem to have gone slightly the wrong way. Alright, gotta get Hocus Chimera. We're also probably going to evac out of here at least once, because we're going to need more MP to continue to use Toxic Dagger. Let's just heal and not get overzealous with the amount of damage we think we can do. Hey, we finally got poison. Alright, so we've done about 56 damage, I think, in total. And he takes 4 from poison. So he's taken about 60. Now, I think most of the other ones died about 70, so it could take up to 3 more turns. So I think what we're probably going to do is defend with each of the thieves and use Warcry with the priests, just in case we strike him with terror, and then he won't be able to heal himself. Takes 4 more damage from poison. Poison does not wear off, so that's good news at least. Do these guys no heal? Yeah. Let's go ahead and heal the priest with these guys. And then they will use Warcry again. Okay, didn't get it on that one. Didn't get it on that one, so he could heal himself. Theoretically. So he does, no, he attacks. So we're still looking good. Alright, we'll probably just do defense and war cries. He already attacked for the turn, so this is going to be striking him with terror for next turn. He takes damage from poison. Just in case the turn order ends up going that way, we can try and work prize again. They don't take MP. He did go before us, so we have a chance to strike him with terror again. And we got it. So looking pretty good on this fight. Yep, he died to poison. Alright, so just need to do that 2 more times. We'll go for at least 1 more with the MP we currently have. Oh. Alright, I am actually going to have to take a quick break here. I will be back shortly. Review while on BRB mode, it looks like. Get this back opened up. Yeah, that Be Right Back screen. I actually made it today. I just hopped right into my painting studio. Now I just used MS Paint. I didn't know they had an oil brush. Well, hey, I got the poison right away on this one. I'm going to speed up a little bit. We will probably heal, war cry. Okay, he heals himself. I didn't see how much he healed himself for, is the only issue. Let's go ahead and attack with both, just because I don't want to be sitting here forever. So if he, okay, I was able to hit both. Okay, we will heal both. War cry twice. Unimpressed both times. And we can get 2 more heals. And war cry again. Heals himself for 62. So we're gonna do 2 more attacks, maybe 3. We do 1 attack and 2 thrusts. Maybe he might die. Yeah, he dies. Dang it. Okay. Well, we still have enough MP to probably take on 1 more. So if we see another one, we'll go for the quest on him. Oh, we got some stuff. Some peculiar sculptures. Interesting. Continue to go up the heights of loneliness. At the very top of this mountain, we're going to see a joke that I did not understand my first time playing through this game. I just noticed it recently. It'll be interesting when we get up there. Hey, there's 1. Alright, there are 2, so we could go for both of them. Toxic Dagger both. Let's use a thrust on each one. Five each. Hey, you got the poison on Chimera B and the paralyze. That's nice. Didn't get it on the first one. I think we might still be able to do it on the first one. And then we will heal. It's possible we just kill the first one, but that's not that big a deal. And then we will just use War Cry with both priests. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Okay, he did die. So now our only hope is really to defend, War Cry, War Cry. He is paralyzed, which means he's going to be stunned for a couple turns. So we won't have to worry too much about that. Okay, we're doing 5 damage with poison, which probably means that he is slightly higher health total. So I probably could have hit him 1 more time, but that's okay. Okay, he is unparalyzed now. So we want to be a little bit careful to see how much he gets healed for. If he does heal himself, he attacks us, so we're good. Okay, and he dies of poison. Alright, so that is 2. Okay. Do have enough for 1 toxic dagger on each of our thieves. So if we see another one, we will kill... Oh, there's one. We'll just keep 1 in battle and try to poison it. Hey, there's only 1 in battle. So we'll both use toxic dagger on it. Nobody else is going to attack, but we will both War Cry. Got the paralyze. Did not... Oh, did I get the poison? Seems like he took damage. Let's do this a little slower, just to see. And then, oh yeah, so he is poisoned. So we could have it right here. We'll see. Again, just want to be careful of how much he heals himself for. Really, the only way this could go wrong is if we accidentally kill him if he heals himself and we want to actually hit him again. Okay, he's unparalyzed, but he dies. Okay. And we got a level up. We got Accelerate. It's just bringing us back into this. We didn't get any new skill points, I don't think. It just puts us back in here because we have existing skill points. So we'll just skip there. Accelerate as well. Same thing with Killa. All right, we have done all three of them. That's probably the fastest I've ever done that quest. Just a lucky day today. Lucky with the metal slimes, lucky with the poison and paralyze at the same time. I guess I wasn't using the poison moth knives the first time I did this, or the first couple times I did it. So that could have been it. Might actually be a tough fight. Let's do equipment. Switch these guys back to swords since they do more damage with swords. We fought all these enemies before, so we can just skip on through. I think there are maybe still a couple enemies we haven't seen. So we will be on the lookout for anything. We've been kind of focused on the chimeras, of course. We already saw the Treevils. Or tree faces, not Treevils. Those were a different enemy. Tree faces is a pun on three-face, or two-face. Another statue here. Peculiar sculpture. Looks like a type of chicken. Ooh, that's a new enemy. A stone golem. I didn't realize I was a little bit low on health. I want to take care of that. Raising his tension. So you saw there, since our levels are a little off, since we have level 16s and level 15s, and I just got experience from that battle, it wasn't even. Like, the people of higher level got more experience. Alright, I am Mason, champion of Chisel, sculptor of 1,000 statues, but I grow old. I fear I have little time left before I shuffle off this mortal coil. The sculptures I leave behind on this mountaintop will be my final works. Alright. We got another statue there. See if we can sneak by. It's a peculiar sculpture that sort of looks like a person. It sort of looks like that blue person we keep running into. Which is interesting. Let's get a heal off. Do we have mid-heal? No, we're done with mid-heal. We'll get 2 heals. Speed this up. Oh, should have healed Tristan. Okay, we got a crit, so it didn't matter. Yeah, we got our level ups on priests. And now they learn mid-heal, which is useful. You're up to Heights of Loneliness, level 7. We're going to attack with you and then use our fast priest using mid-heal to heal Tristan. These are still a little bit faster. Oh, and Tristan got the higher speed roll this time. Alright. Switch this back. Never need to fight those guys again, which is good to know. Nothing over there. He's dodging this guy. Okay. Wasn't after us. I think we're getting close to the top here. Yeah. Heights of Loneliness. There's a guy on the stairs there. Another tombstone. This is my grave, my final place of rest here. I shall share eternity with my long-lost and dearly missed past. He made his own grave and buried himself? Question mark. He just wanted himself to be buried there. Maybe this guy buried him. I can't go on. I can barely see for exhaustion. Dungeons, deserts, the deep, all the places I have explored, this to be the final resting place of Christopher Collapsus. If anyone can hear me, some special medicine, please. All right. Well, Christopher has collapsed. Do we have any special medicine? We have strong medicine. We have special antidote, special for strong medicine. Doesn't seem like it. So we'll have to come back when we do have some. Let's go up these stairs. This looks like a quite familiar place. It's a statue of a young woman. She's smiling happily. A beautiful statue of a guardian. So this statue in the shape of the building doesn't look like it's possible to go inside. So this is a perfect copy of Zier, which is a town that we've been to previously. Is it possible to go inside the well? We can go underneath the tree, though. People inside tree, or some statues of people in the tree, which is interesting. So this seems like it must be the work of this mason who's around here somewhere. Let me just heal all real quick. All right. Small boy having fun running about. The merchant here. Statue of a cat. So realistic, it might look like it's about to run away. Church is there. Let's see if there's anything interesting up towards the tree. You can look at the tree. Tree made of stone. Nothing else around. Statue of a dragon. That's the dragon. The dragon quest over. Our quest is completed. Large bird with wings spread wide. Okay, so this looks like a building that we can actually go inside, and there's also a basement. So let's look at the basement first. The pots, 4 gold coins, hey. Oh, it looks like just a block of stone. Oh, let's go inside here, see what we find. This is the interior of this house has actually been done up, it looks like. No way, this one's even got all the insides carved out properly as well. What's the deal with this place? Someone's left no stone unturned and turning everything into stone. Alright. She's realizing that we've been to a place exactly like this before. Boop, boop, boop. We got a slime here. Slurp, who are you? What are you gooing here? Every single rock here was carved by Mr. Mason, you know. He did it all on his own. He really stretched himself. It took him years and years to make this village, and then just when he finished it, he dropped down dead. What a way to go. He was a very frugal man, but in the end he indulged in a beautiful fruit that he did slurp just endure bridge. It was his one extravagance ever. You know what he told me as he ate it? He said this place is all he had, so he wished that he could always remain and never go. But since he gave up, the ghost there it goes a goon. I've been hearing that petrifying noise ever since. Alright, so it seems like this fruit is not any different than the others. Slurp. Goodness me, you shouldn't have come here. Alright, so it seems like there might be a sort of beast outside. We don't have any NP. Let's see if we have any magic water to get that back. Water, just holy water. Magic water, we have one. We'll go ahead and use it on cow, I guess? I don't know. Yeah. Priests still have plenty of magic power. Who are you? You are not Mason intruders. Alright. You will know the wrath of Gargoyle, Guardian of the Rocks. Alright, while we do this fight, if you haven't figured it out yet, the joke here is that we went to a place called Zir, and if you were to copy Zir with a Xerox machine, Xerox, it would come out in black and white, which is what this stone version of Zir is. So silly, silly, silly. Alright. We will go ahead and use Falcon Slash, see how that does. We don't have anything else going on here. I don't think this counts as a dragon, so we won't use Dragon Slash. We'll just do a normal attack. Here we can go ahead and psych up a couple times, since we don't need to heal yet. Increasing tension will also increase the amount that you heal someone. Alright, did about 50 damage. Dang, 40 damage with a normal attack. That's a little more than half. So they might have to heal themselves. You have to be like 40 years old to get that joke, yeah. Yeah, that's true. We will buff Tristan, and we're going to heal and buff Tristan. The reason we're doing that is because he's doing more than half our health already. So we're just going to die in 2 hits unless we heal, and we don't want to heal every turn, so we have to get a buff on someone. Okay, 35 damage there, instead of, he probably would have done significantly more damage. Alright, so we can go ahead and attack again. Let's get a couple more buffs out there, so we'll get a buff on each of the thieves next. So a buff is just going to increase the defense of that party member. We're not playing as our normal classes now, as our normal minstrels and warriors. So this might be a little bit of a tougher fight than normal. Ooh, did get a crit though, so that helps out a little. Alright, so now that almost everybody has a buff, let's get a couple heals out there. We'll use Falcon Slash. Should we do 3 heals just to get kind of ahead of things? I don't have enough MP, so I can't anyway. So let's use mid-heal on both priests. Maybe they should do it on each other. I think we were just talking about that. It's going to be... it's a little bit more healing. Okay. Good hits. Got the heals off before he attacks. So I think now, and I think it just said his defense returned to normal, so that's something to look out for. Yeah, I think crits are really the only thing that we have to super worry about, at least at this exact moment. We can use some normal heals, I think, now on the thieves. So I'm going to get them up to full health. I think as a whole, our party members just, in general, have a little bit... oh, he buffed himself up to 20 tension. That's kind of a lot. Probably going to get one shot at whatever attack he throws at us. Might be good to just defend for a round. Let him attack us. Good buff, so he increases his defense. 39, even through defense, so probably a good move that we defended there. Well, since he increased his defense, it might be a good idea to start buffing someone up. So we will... Defend with you. We're going to buff. I know we haven't buffed Chew ever. I think we'll do that. Let me rethink this. Let's egg on Chew. You're just going to attack like normal. You can buff Chew because Chew hasn't been buffed. And then you can psych yourself up so you get up to 20 tension. Then you can let off kind of a big attack. 3. Okay, now it's really raising it a lot. Its resistance to spells returned to normal though. Wow, he's only taking 7 damage now. Okay, so I think getting up to max tension is kind of a move here, because we're just waiting for his defense to drop again. So what's going to be good to do? Really do anything with any of my items, so I guess we just keep attacking, or maybe we defend. We can heal someone, we'll heal Cow since he's the one doing the Agon ability to increase tension. Up to 50. Not quite up to 100, that's okay. Once we see that his tension is, or his defense went back to normal, that's going to be a good time to let loose with our tension. See how much damage Chew can do. We get up to 100. Hey, there we go, max tension. So that's not going to do anything because he's already at max. Alright, he's up to 20 tension, which is a little bit of a 50 damage there, and he was defending. Okay, let's start egging on Tristan. You can just defend. Really don't care what you do. We don't want to heal, so maybe you will actually heal Killa. I'm just going to defend it until we see that defense drop. Attacks, defense return to normal. Tension returns to normal. Dang it. Not exactly what we want. We will egg on Tristan again. We will attack with Killer. We will psych up because we don't really need to heal, and then we'll just defend again. Five tension. Resistance to spells returns to normal. Uses magic barrier. Defense returns to normal. That's what we wanted to see. Alright, so now we just want to let loose with everybody. So we want to use Falcon Slash, regular attack. I don't know if it counts as a beast. We're just going to do normal attacks with the spears. So 109 critical hit with Tristan. 45. 219 with that max tension. And he gets Kabuff off, so he gets a little bit of an increase to his defense before we're able to get Falcon Slash off. Didn't quite kill him. Okay. What can we do we think? I think we still go for normal attack, because he still has only one level of defense raised. Wow, we're still not doing a lot of damage, though. Do more damage with the swords, though. Hey, there it is. We got Gargoyle taken down. He still gives less experience than a liquid metal slime. Got a terrible tattoo. Stone me. What the flap was that? I didn't have. Give me the woolies. I'm all itchy now. There's a ghost. Hey, Kat, do you think that old man was... I don't know. it's Mason. I owe you an apology, laddie. It looks like that guardian fellow appeared when I ate that funny fruit and made a wish for my work to be kept safe. That wasn't what I meant by keeping it safe at all. Anyway, thank you. My little friend can relax again at last. I couldn't go back there, so I recreated a beautiful lost hometown here in Zero Rocks. This place is just a replica, you see, the dream of an old fool who hoped he could bring back what is his lost love. Now, Petrolass, I can come home to you at last, to my hometown of Zir. Aw. A lot of sad stories happening around. We got yet another fig. Got 2 figs today. 2 figs for the price of 1 day. Pretty good. All right. Well, that's probably all the story progress we're going to do, but we have a couple other things that we can work on. Oh, Stella's got something to say. Of course, the village is the splitting image of that Zir place we heard the song about the White Knight. So Zir was Mason's hometown. He spent years sweating blood and sweat and tears to build this replica of the place. Well, it all makes sense now. No, it doesn't. How the flap was that supposed to win his girlfriend back? I really don't get morals out of their trolleys, a lot of them, if you ask me. Alrighty. Well, we know that we need to get, what was that quest? It was a special medicine? Superior medicine? Need special medicine. Hey, we got a name dropper accolade for earning 10 incredible accolades. We can look at the ones that we've earned here as well. All sorts of different ones. Looks like we have 14 so far, which is pretty good. And then here we can see all the different, oh yeah, we have 14 accolades earned, 11 quests completed, 0 guests canvassed. That is something that you need the online features to utilize. 308 battles won. We have 27% of monsters defeated, so we're getting pretty far in that. Oh, whoops. We have to go back to quests. So we still have the Cry Wolf crest. That is the one that we defined scare wolves. I feel like I remember this quest. There's something wrong with it where scare wolves are actually not an enemy, and it's the terror wolves that we were fighting against earlier. That is the actual enemy we're supposed to use it on, so I'll double check that. For this, we need a special medicine, which we should be able to create. This one, we need to get the treasure swiped by the hunter mech. And then Ranger Changer is the one that we just finished, and we just need to cash that in. So first things first, let's go ahead and zoom on over to Stormway. Make that special medicine, get a free rest in, or not free, but cheaper rest. If you ever see these sparkles down here, this is just coagulant. Not super useful at this point since we already did the Gladiator quest. That's really all it's useful for. So I might just skip over those from now on, but just wanted to point that out. Alrighty. So let's rest up real quick. Get it for 12 gold, which is nice. Alright, so now we can open up the crack pot. Tyler never lucks out. He's never here when we're using the crack pot. We will use a recipe. It's going to be items. We want special medicine. Whoops. So we have plenty of strong medicines. We've picked a couple up on our journeys around. So we can make special medicine. That's what we need for Christopher Collapsus, I believe. Let's see here. Haven't made a couple of these things. Yggdrasil Dew, we need Yggdrasil Leaf and Elfin Elixir, which those are both kind of crazy. Like, we don't get those for a while. Those are kind of endgame items, which is funny that we got the recipe for it now. Mystifying mixture is something that we can create. Since we have the ingredients, we may as well cook it up just so we know what it is. I think we've maybe picked one up before, but now we've actually completed the recipe in the Alchemicon. Can't make this just yet, can't make that. Need an Angel Bell and a Wake Robin with a Paneka. And we've made everything else. Let's see what else we got around. So we've made some steel broadswords already. We made steel lances before. We could make what is it? We could make a butterfly knife if we had butterfly wings. So we have a poison moth knife. Okay, so yeah, a couple daggers that are potentially able to be made. We have some staves, some whips, some staffs. Wait, these are staffs. Yeah, these are staffs, and all the ones that are called staff are actually technically wands, which was an interesting choice. Claws, fans, axes, a hammer, and then we got shields, which this is actually getting into stuff that we can maybe start to use. So like this one here, the kitty shield uses a light shield, which we do have a light shield. So maybe we'll craft up one of those and see if it's any better. Okay, got the kitty shield. And if we get any more kitty litter, we can potentially make another one. We can also make a catty shield if we get 2 kitty litter. So that's interesting. If we had an iron helmet, we'd be able to make a steel helmet. Here's a bunch of the different headgear items that we learned how to make recently. Doesn't look like any of them are quite craftable yet. Maybe close. Some different armors we're also kind of close to being able to make. Robe of Sweet Dreams. Is that using the Robe of Serenity, which we just have equipped. Steel gauntlets we could make, though nobody can equip them right now. Or I guess the thieves can, but we just don't want to because we want to use dexterity items. We can make steel kneecaps because we have those iron kneecaps. That might be worth doing. And some steel boots. All right, and then let's see what we got here. We just got that terrible tattoo, so if we make some aggressants, we can make a tough guy tattoo. I think, other than that, that's mostly what we got. We can theoretically make some other accessories if we get gold rings, which I think we can actually buy here. We don't have Sage's Elixir, so we wouldn't be able to make a prayer ring. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stop alchemy for now. Oh wait, that was the other thing I was going to look at. Can I make aggressants right now? If I can, then I can make that tough guy tattoo. That's going to be in items. Do aggressants. Not quite. We need everything. We still need software, Wake Robin, and Fist Cup. Yeah. I know those items are kind of around. I might make some notes of where those are, because the tough guy tattoo is kind of a nice item. But we'll hold off for now. Okay, so we've made our medicine, so let's go ahead and zoom back up to Xerox. Up to Christopher Collapsus. Give him the special medicine. Let's take this map. Got a treasure map called Granite Tunnel of Woe, level 1. So this is kind of an end game, or not end game, but like post game situation. So this is a grotto. This is the first grotto map you can get. There's another one you can get post game that can kick off this whole process if you miss this quest. But either way, there's going to be. I can actually show you what's going on with it. So if I open this treasure map, I can go treasure hunting, and it puts a treasure map on the top screen here. So if I switch it over, you can see it gives us like a little hint to where that grotto is. So if I zoom over to, I know where this one is because it had the castle right to the right of it. So if we look at the top screen, we can see Stornway off to the right, and then there's an X that marks the spot a little bit to the left. So let's go ahead and find where that area is. So it's right here, we get an exclamation point. And so I can go into this grotto. Now, I will say, we're going to go through this grotto right now, but we have 5,000 gold. Yeah, we can go through it a little bit, but we are not going to be able to take out the boss. Whoops. Good news is, though, the enemies are pretty much the level of the Quarren Tomb that we've been to a couple times, so we've seen all these enemies before. We can keep walking around. So that is a stairway that goes down to the next level. So we can go down there. And then I think actually, so this grotto that you get initially is always the same, but most of them are going to be randomly generated, which is nice. So if I go down to this floor, then there is a chest here. I think that's the only chest in the grotto, because they don't want this one that you always get to be super exploitable. But then when you get down to this level, this is where you can find the boss, which is this guy right here. Now, he's pretty strong because it's supposed to be like a post-game boss. So we can fight him at a different time, but since we have 5,000 gold, I don't really want to lose a ton of money. So we're just going to evac out of the grotto. He's definitely killable right now. It's not like they make it impossible to kill him, but he's very tough. So we can put that grotto map away. Cool thing is, since we have the grotto map now, even though we're not able to fully utilize it, other than getting that chest, like if you put the map away and then regenerate the grotto again by opening the map, it actually lets you get all the chests again. So I could keep going through and keep getting, the Evacu-Bell or any equivalent rarity item that might show up in that chest. So if you ever need something to do, you can just kind of go through grottos that you have and open chests in there. There's all sorts of chests of different ranks that you can find that give different items. So definitely an interesting concept. But we're going to be able to use the grotto map in kind of a peculiar way later on. So let's talk to this guy, Angus. Ouch, hello again. Thanks for your help last time. Actually, I've got another favor to ask while you're here. There's a remedy over in Angel Falls that's supposed to be good for headaches. I don't suppose I could ask you to get a hold of some for me, could I? You'll accept that. Get well water. Okay. Let's go out here and see if we can zoom over to Angel Falls. Able to do it from here yet? Pretty much anytime you can see the sky, I think you're able to zoom. All right, let's go to Angel Falls here. See what kinds of stuff we can get. Let's tell, have you heard of quests? Oh, she won't say Tangle Web. I don't know if we found one yet. East of the village, you have to go a long way around by the river to get to it. Okay, so this is supposed to be like an introduction to quest. That's why it's quest number 1, as you can see there. But we mostly just missed it when we got through Angel Falls last time. So yeah, it looks like we never have found a Tangle Web. But it is around the river in Angel Falls. So we will take a look for that. It could be that we went over to that area and we just still didn't see it, which is possible. So we'll go see if we find one this time. Talk to everyone, see if we can get any information about this remedy that we're supposed to find for this soldier. Maybe this lady knows what's going on. Nothing there. Let's go talk to Aaron, maybe. feel like anything that we could... Well, let's talk to this lady first. And maybe even this guy looking at the water. Oh yeah, timing is perfect. Bottling the water from the falls here and selling it undiluted as a cure-all. It didn't go down all that well. It seemed to work perfectly, but there was an unfortunate side effect of tummy troubles for a lot of people who drank it. So I need to get some fresh water and dilute the falls water. Alright, so a little bit of a rusty loop here. Hard to find around here. Don't travel far enough to get any. So it doesn't seem like we have any in our inventory, or we would be kind of prompted to give it to him. We'll see if we can get any. We need to find tangle webs, which are just to the east of the village, they said, so probably just above us right here. We just need to go around the river. Alright, there's a spider web and some sparkly spots. So I think these are our tangle webs, which is good, because we probably need them for alchemy as well. Now we also see there's a hill up here on the map, if you look up there, but we just can't get to it anyway if we walk all around it. There's just no way up there. And I'll tell you, that hill is very important later in the game, I'll tell you that. So we get here some antidotal herbs. Perfect. Alright, let's zoom back to Angel Falls. Use that tangle web to the little girl to finish that first quest we should have done a while ago. Find a tangle web, give it to Questel. I got a sleeping hibiscus. Yeah. Sweet. Do you have another quest? Yeah, she's letting us know that any of these things that we keep picking up in these sparkly spots, they eventually spawn back after a certain amount of time, not necessarily... there's like in-game time, not necessarily like if you go back tomorrow, they're going to be back. I believe that's how it works, at least. Alright, last thing I was going to check today, I think, was go to Zir. Just because after going to Zir Rocks, I've never been back here to see if anything's changed. Oh, there you go, you saw a village made of stone atop the mountain that looked an exact copy of this place. Likely story, wow. Alright, I think there is a door behind this inn, right? Well, our key still does not open it, that's alright. Okay. Yeah, it looks like that's that chest right there is what we're trying to get to, and it's like a purple door, so we'll have to see when we have the ability to open those purple doors. Alright, so my idea was I was going to go back to the house that guy lives in, or lived in Zir Rocks. Just quickly going to scan around to see if anyone has quests that I never picked up. Oh, here we go. Boy, what you think you're looking at? We've got some nerves. Scallon is at Wellard. His name's Wellard. I've got it. I forgive you for bringing some birdsong nectar. Just bring it, alright? Alright, some little collectathon stuff. Do we have any birdsong nectar, is the question. Let's talk to him again. Okay, don't have any birdsong nectar, so that'll be an interesting thing to look at. Oh, he has a quest too, look at that. Ooh, there was someone who was high enough level to scare the confounded nuisances away. Okay, so it looks like we need to be a higher level to even accept that quest, because he's not giving it to us. Dog has no quest. Down to the basement of this building. Ah, it is all mounded up there. Alright, this was his house. Let's see if these people have anything more to say. Petra, Boschman, Mason, you say, and he built some replica of Zir at the top of the mountain? Well, it's a very exciting story, dear. Who on earth told you about Mason anyway? There's a young man by the name of Mason who used to live here in Syria. He was my first love, in fact. Fell ended in tears, though. He went off to perfect his stonecraft and never came back. Felt completely and utterly betrayed, kept waiting and waiting for him, much longer than anyone with any sense would have done. And yet you say he's gone to the effort of making a stone replica of Zir? I find that very hard to believe. Doesn't make sense. Can't just turn back time. Aw, such a sad story. She has a book about stones, though. That's interesting. Yep, so we just get a little bit more lore about this guy who went off to Xerox. Alright, well, let's go back to Door Bridge. I don't think we found any more mini medals, did we? Don't think so. Yeah. Last couple things we can do. We can turn in that quest to actually get the Ranger vocation. I'm just going to real quick try this out. I'm going to try to frighten this Beware Wolf. I'm going to kill these rampages first. Okay, take a little bit extra damage. I'm going to try to War Cry. Oops, and Psych Up, I guess. Okay, he is stricken with terror, and he already attacked this turn, so he is still going to be stricken with terror next turn. So as long as we kill him before, we could egg on. No, we're just going to do a normal attack, and then we're just going to use our quick attacks to see if we can get him. Basically, if we kill him before he ends being stricken with terror, then we might get a part of this quest done. No, okay. So, Beware Wolves are not the right ones. But again, I think Scare Wolves don't exist. I don't think that's an actual enemy. Yeah, like I said, I'll look it up and see what... Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there is a different enemy that is... It was just a typo. They put the wrong name in there. Because I've had trouble with this quest before. Alright, let's go back on over to here. Talk to this ranger guy. Hey. Alright. Alright. Grr. So all these guys that are giving us the extra classes, so the Gladiator, Armamentalist, and Ranger so far, they also give quests for getting level 15 and then eventually level 40 for each of those classes. So we've met a couple people, like the martial artist guy gave us the quest that we're working on for the Scare Wolves. There was like a guy who early slept in the inn, and we got to... Oh, there isn't anything up here. That's what I was checking for. In the inn, we slept there and got the fairy staff and killed like a bunch of stuff with Fyggs to see, what would happen there. And we like powered up the staff and then gave it back and got a reward from that. So there's like a level 15 and a level 40 quest for each vocation. So we'll be working through those kind of slowly as we go. We're talking to this guy. All right. I do kind of talk about Doorbridge having fresh water, I wonder if at either end of the river, if there's a chance to get the freshwater item that we need for this the Angel Falls quest. But for now, we're going to go ahead and confess to save. And we're going to end that off for today. So thanks so much for watching. I'll probably cut out the time that I had to step away from the full video at some point. Yeah, sweet. Thanks so much.